What's up, guys? It's Simply Coco here, and welcome back to another speed build. So this is, I'm calling this like wilderness tiny home. I'm building in granite or granite falls, whatever you prefer to say. And I did not realize that you can't actually move here. So whenever I went to like take the screenshots, I couldn't go to this world without having a household traveling to it. So you can't actually place this where I put it and live in it as a actual home. But while I was building, it did let me change the lot type to a tiny lot, to a tiny residential lot. I don't know why, if it can't actually be used as that, but it did allow me to change the lot type. So if you do want to play in this house, you would have to place it somewhere else. Maybe Brindleton Bay or just somewhere with a foresty area will work just fine. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the exterior. I really am proud of the work I did on the landscaping. I used almost everything came from debug except for the few flowers that I didn't have to go into debug for. Those are at the front of the house. I really wanted to use these long grass right here, but it just kind of looked real like pixelated and weird. So I tried to cover it with more things just to kind of blend it in better. And I think I eventually got it to work. This is a very short video because obviously it's a tiny home and it didn't take me very long, probably at most an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So right now I'm just doing the best I can to make the lot blend in to the rest of what's going on around it. And I left this little area as like a little walkway up to the house from the path. And now I'm just putting some soil under the plants, and now here we're moving to the inside. So it's literally just a one-bedroom house. Most of the house is just the bedroom, period. And then in the back, there's a tiny kitchen and a full bath that isn't actually all that small. This is a tier 2 tiny home, not a micro home, but it is a tier 2, so you get all the benefits that come with that. I don't remember exactly what they all are, but I know it's like less bills and the relationships gain faster and stuff like that. I imagine this being for a single sim, not like single as in they don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's just it's one sim that lives here. It could be a boy or a girl. At first I imagined a girl, but then I thought, well, no, maybe a guy, because I imagine whoever lives here is really into music and all of that. So you'll see later I put in a guitar and I put the amp in already. But real quick, now I'm doing the kitchen. In a minute you'll see right now I'm realizing that I did not put a sink. So I had to rearrange the entire kitchen, couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So eventually I just added that little bit, put the fridge right there, and then added this table. Didn't know where I wanted to put it, where it would actually work. So I ended up squeezing it kind of right there. I move it over, right here. I move it over just a tiny bit more so that chair closest to the fridge would work. I haven't play tested it yet as I'm doing this voiceover, but I will. So if I upload it to the gallery and it's different, that's why, because it didn't work. So now I'm just cluttering up the kitchen. I mostly cluttered up the corners because they can't use those to cook on anyway. So those are really the only surfaces that I cluttered. I left the what is it called? The counter next to the fridge is the one that they are going to have to use to cook on. So yeah, as I've said, my favorite part about any house is probably the kitchen and cluttering it up, because I really think those are the best clutter items. I know it went by super, super quick, but the bedroom is pretty much done. I just flopped a lot of plants around and gave her or him, I said I would want it to be a him. I gave him a clothes rack, and I don't know if I've done it yet, but I did go back and put an ottoman in front of the bed. And then after you see me do the bathroom, I will go back into the bedroom and just put in a few more skill building items and stuff like that. But the kitchen is pretty much done. I just wanted some floral situation on top of the counter. And then I spend quite a long time trying to figure out what decorations I wanted in the kitchen. For the life of me, I could not figure it out. It probably took 30 minutes just to figure out what I wanted to hang on the walls in the kitchen. And I think I ended up going with absolutely nothing. I put this fish kind of menu board right here because I figured the guy who lived here would probably be a vegetarian, and that's why he's living out in the nature or something, because he's really in touch with nature. So I put the little fish menu board as like, maybe it's a menu board of like, not really a menu board, but maybe it's like all the different ways to cook fish. Because there's a pond right behind this lot that you can actually fish in. So I figured he would do that. I know I've moved on to the bathroom, but real quick, I was going to make that wall in the kitchen another window, like another glass wall or window wall. But I just, on the outside, I didn't think it matched the aesthetic. So I just left it as it was and didn't put any decorations on it. So now I'm in the bathroom. I really love the idea of putting a wall to separate the shower and then putting a window on it. So I went with that window from Spa Day. And then I went with this basin from Tiny Living. I want it to so badly fit laundry in here. So a washer and dryer. And I just couldn't figure out the orientation that would make every item usable. As you can see, I just switched out to see if a different shower would work and not have that wall. But it just still, I couldn't find the best spot. Because see, it seems like it would all fit, but then I don't think the sink would be in the way of the washer and dryer. So I just went back to what I was doing and left the washer and dryer out of it. And you'll see me do it in a second, but I just put one of those hand washing buckets or whatever. I put that outside along with a clothesline, and I felt like that would be more realistic anyway, because he'd want to be close to nature and all that. I just gave him a broom and a dustpan right there because he would need to clean up, obviously, especially with all these wood floors and with the black floors. I feel like dust and stuff would show up very easily on the black floor, because as you can see, there's black floors in here and in the part of the kitchen that houses the appliances. So this is me putting that tub outside and putting the clothesline. Now I'm back in the room. That's the ottoman, and then I realized there was no bookcase, so I put in that little Tiny Living book thing, and since it had flowers on it, I went ahead and put it on the floor. I gave him an acoustic guitar and a microphone. So the microphone is singing, that can get your singing up or comedy skill. And then the guitar, obviously your like music skill or guitar playing skill or whatever. And then I figured, he needs a freaking desk. So I didn't put it on that side because it was kind of cramped. So I put it on this side. I gave him the green chair since, it was very green in there. And then I put a laptop so that it would be easy to like put it in his inventory and put it away and use that desk for something else, maybe to eat dinner or something. Now I'm just putting lights on the outside, and I put some more lights on the inside because if you notice, there were none, or it wasn't that bright. And now the screenshots are rolling, or should be, and I will see you all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Bye.